Manakaja Dharmasya Sarva Bhakta Hitaishine Bhikshurupa Vataraya Sainathayate Namah. ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಲಿ. I like to talk in English, and the summary will be done by Dr. Narayana. Will give a summary in Kannada. Just now you have been chanting the beautiful Vishnu Sahasranama. In Kali Yuga especially, according to the Kali Santarana Upanishad, there is no greater means to achieve the goal of moksha, to be rid of all the dukkhas, all the sufferings, all the miseries, except through Namasmarana, Namasankirtana. Each name is not a name, it is an energy capsule. They are the bliss capsules. They are also, some of them are also bombs which can explode your old vasanas and sanskaras. And some of them will give you amrita. Na, they will give you amrita. It is moksha swarupa, nakaro moksha vachakaha. Ra is agni bija. You see, you pronounce any other letter, ka, nothing happens. Ra. There is a friction causes heat. So the mantra shastra calls it the fire bija, the fire seed, the agni bija. So it destroys all your bad vasanas, your kama, krodha, lobha, moha, irsha, matsarya. Everything is pulverized into smithereens. They are all eliminated altogether. And in Vishnu Sahasranama the beauty is, even if you tell the first shloka containing those 32 syllables, it contains a lot in it. You just see the first 8 syllables. Vishwam, Vishnur, Vashat, Kar, it contains 8 letters. Till is not a full letter, so it is omitted. It consists of 8 letters. They denote the Ashtakshari of the Narayana mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya. In this world, there is no other mantra which is greater than Narayana mantra, the Ashtakshari. Narayana mantra is such, it can give you all things, all prosperity, all happiness in this life, including all enjoyments, luxuries too if you want. And at the same time it is also mokshadayaka mantra. It will release you from the chain of births and deaths. Then take the next 8 syllables are there. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. There are another 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. These 16 represent the 16 rits which are contained in the Purushotta. The Purushotta consists of 16 riches. Sahasra Shirasha Purusha Sahasra Ashra Sahasrapad. It starts with that. It is of the Purusha, the great one. Who is Purusha? Purishete is the Purusha, the one who is in this city, who is inside the city. He is sleeping. Our duty is to wake him up. If you wake him up, all happiness will come. He is sleeping, your happiness is also sleeping. Wake him up with the Sahasranama. Why Sahasranama? Any one will do. So we are doing Sahasranama. I had a doctor. If I go to him and there, he will write 8 medicines. His idea is one of them, let it work. So that is why they are giving you 1,000 names. Any one will work. Doesn't matter. So the 16 represent the Purushotta. Then you come to the other 8. The next 8 total comes to 16 plus 8, 24. 24 represent the Gayatri mantra, the most famous mantra, who is considered the Veda Mata. All the Vedas emanated from Gayatri. Everything emanated from Om. From there the three Vyakritis came, and out of it came the Gayatri mantra, and out of the Gayatri mantra came all the four Vedas. So she is known as Veda Mata. So the Gayatri mantra, it is represented by, when you read the 1.5 slokas, the last one, Vishwam Vishwan Vashakkaro Bhutavav Jabhavat Prabhu Bhutagat Bhutavad Bhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana. So this Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana is another 8. Total becomes 32. 32 represents the Narsimha mantra, which is considered as Mantra Raja. It is considered as the king of all the mantras. Nrsimha mantra is the Mantra Raja. So what have you got here? You have got all the things. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavatpro, it comes. Bhutanja Bhavishyatya, it comes in the Vedas. You get the effect of the Vedadhyana. You get the effect of reading the Purushotta. You get the effect of doing the Gayatri Japa. You get the effect of doing the greatest of mantras, the Ashtakshari, the Narayana mantra. What else do you want? The first alone is sufficient. That is the greatness of this. And apart from that, there are certain specific namas which are specifics. Now, if you ask paracetamol, it is specific for all headaches and fevers. Similarly, there are 3 greatest of Bhagavan's namas which if you tell daily, you will never get any disease or ailments. This has been promised by the greatest of Vaishnavis. Achyutananda Govinda Namocharana Bheshajam Nashyanti Sakala Rogaha Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham. That is why many people who do the Sandhyavatana in the morning to the Lord, they sip water 3 times, saying Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Anantaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha. And these 3 represent the entire basic principles of quantum physics, which explains how the world has come into the being. The entire world has come from one source. That source is called the ground state. The ground state is neutral. All the other objects which have come in the world, the elements, the oxygen, thorium, uranium, hydrogen, you take anything, they are all in the form of waves. All the waves emanate from it, different waves of different cusps, different frequencies, and they are the various objects of the world, carbon, oxygen. Then they join together, then you have got gulab jamun, so you get your jalebi. So all these things come out of this carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, all these things only. So all the words, all these things come out, infinite objects come out of this ground state. And that ground state is the Lord, that is Ananta. Ananta means the infinite, from whom the infinite world comes out. So Ananta represents his potentiality for creating the infinite world. Purna Madaha, Purna Midam. He is Purna, he is perfect, he creates a perfect world. He is Purna, he is complete. So here is a complete world. But by creating the world, he doesn't lose anything. He remains the same. Then Achyutaya Namaha. When something is there kept here, this thing can fall down. The person who sits here, he cannot fall down because you are in the lowest ground state. You can never fall down. If I am sitting here, I may fall down. So the lowest state is the most stable state from which nobody can slip. Chuta means to slip down. Achyutaya Namaha. That is the ground state from which nobody will slip. When once you reach the state of the Brahmanishta, you will never come down. Till that time, till you reach 90%, 80%, you may come down. You may be tempted by the world. When once you become the Sthita Prajna, when once you get established, in the Smarana of the Lord, in the Harismarana permanently forever, you can never come down. That is Achyutaya Namaha. The third is another principle in the quantum physics which is called the Weisner's effect. What happens is, there is a normal wire, this electric wire goes. It is called a normal conductor. It conducts electricity. But it is very weak. It is imperfect. If you take a magnet towards it, the magnetic forces will penetrate into it. All the electrons which are inside, they will simply run away hither and thither. They get disturbed. They cannot stand against the force which comes and attacks them. Anything can come and attack. We are the same way. A TV picture can come and attack you, become a slave throughout the night you see. Just some cricket match is going on throughout night. Tomorrow morning you have to write BSc examination, MSc exam, doesn't matter, I will just see what Pakistan does. So you are being attacked at every space, through the mouth, through the ears. So you are being attacked at so many fronts. But whenever you reach that ground state, nothing can affect you. How to reach the ground state? That is what is called the superconductor, which is considered as the most perfect material in this world. Experiments are being carried out. How the superconductor comes? Perfect state, there is only one. Imperfect state are many. If I say, my car is perfectly okay, you will not ask, is it the accelerator which is okay? Is it the wheel which is okay? Or that it is okay in all respects. But if I say, no, my car is, something is wrong, then they will ask, is your clutch loose? Is your accelerator bad? Is your engine is giving you trouble? Is it the radiator? There can be 1,000 imperfections. Perfection, there is only one, and that is the Lord, that is Hari, that is Narayana. So, how to reach the perfect condition? Bring the activity to zero, the temperature activity. This ordinary conductor wire, you reduce its temperature to zero, to the level of the freezing point of water. It is called 0 degrees absolute or 273.16 degrees centigrade. You reduce the temperature activity, it becomes a superconductor. Similarly, if you want to reduce yourself to Brahmanishta, what you have to do? Reduce your mental activity, simply think of Narayana and sit quiet. Nothing else, all your other activities, thinking of my grandson, thinking of my son in New York, who is going to ring me up today, it's a Sunday, nothing, no activities. Bring your mental activity to zero, make it a no mind, then you become a superconductor. You become a Chitta Prajna. You become a Brahmanishta. So, it is not an ordinary name. And in quantum physics they have found it today. Where Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha is coming from several thousands of years back. It is given to us. If only one tells all these three things, he gets all the powers of the Brahman in him. He can never be subject for a long time any serious diseases. If only he does it every day with Shraddha, Vishwasa and all these things, with sincerity, all these things. So these are the three names. Apart from that, you are going to various places. You are climbing in a... you will feel confused and you will feel agitated without knowing even the reason. How to avoid all these things? Once in a day, there are 12 names which you chant, it will form a spiritual fence around you and nothing can, no negative tendencies can penetrate through it. And they are Kesava, Madhava, Govinda, Narayana. Kesava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Vasudhana, Trivikrama, Bhavana, Sridhara, Rishikesha, Padmanabha, Damodara. These are the 12 names. Each one has got its own effect. Because as I said, each one is an energy capsule. If you say Kesava, Kam represents Ananda, Kam represents Brahman. If you say Va is Amrita, it takes you to immortality by itself. So every word is an energy capsule, every word is a bliss capsule. So if you tell all these benefits you will get, this is the Namasmarana. about the effects of this Namasmarana, how the grace of the Lord, you can get it through the Namasmarana. You see, in the entire Bhagavata, initially Vyasa, being a great Maharshi, he starts with the Advaita Vedanta. The first shloka of the invocation. Bhagavad Gita is about Krishna. Ganesha Purana starts with the Mangala shloka on Ganesha. Devi Bhagavata will start with the Mangala shloka on Devi. So Bhagavata should have normally started with the Mangala shloka on Krishna. No. It starts with the highest truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Let us meditate on the highest truth. Highest truth is Narayana. Yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate shruyate viva antar bhavischadat sarvam vyapya narayana sthita. By Narayana I mean the Supreme God. You may call him by any name. It doesn't matter. I call him Narayana because Naraha Ayanam Saha. The man is his dwelling place. He is here. He is here. You know the beauty. In English, this Sharira is called body. Body comes from the Anglo-Saxon word body. And body means the indweller, the Antaryami, the Purush who is inside, the Lord who is inside. He is called the body. From that the word body has come. So, he starts with the Advaita, he says about the ultimate truth, and he talks of the Advaita Vedanta's theories, which is called the superimposition. This world is only a Maya. Just as in the desert when you go, you think that there is water, you will rush, your lips are parched with thirst. When you rush, you find there is no water, but it was very much like water. Your eyes have deceived you. And that is called the superimposition or Sanyasa. It is also called the Vivartavada. So all these things which cannot enter through our mind, he talks. But finally he gave one clue. With all these Vedanta, how will I reach? None of these things enter into my mind. My antenna is made for this. It is only a Gurudarshan antenna, it cannot take CTV. Then how to reach him? Lastly he said only one. Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam. How can your darkness be dispelled? Only by his own grace. Dhamna svena. He will exert his grace. He will say, oh, this fellow has suffered a lot. Let me pour my grace on him. He is called Aharituka Dayasindhu, Ahetuka Karunika. Not because you worship him, not because you this thing. By himself he will help you. And in case you pray to him, in case you take his name, it will happen now, today, this minute even. To that extent, if only you do it with an intensity that my Lord is the only one, I want nothing but him. With that intensity you take his name even once, it will be suffered. But unfortunately, that intensity doesn't come. That is why we have to chant Vishnu Sahasranama all the life. But many of us will see the effect of it even after chanting for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So many siddhis will come by itself. You will see. If only you regularly do it. So, the clue, how to get the grace of God, how to get it quickly. Do you make sure that he will do it on any day he likes? No, you can get it quickly. The last shloka explains. He starts first with this. The clue is given. Throughout the book you will search for it. Then finally he gives the clue at the end. Nama sankirtanam yasya dharma papa pranashanam pranamo durga shamanaha annamami harim param. I bow to that Lord Hari. By taking his name, all the dukhas will go. By doing once a prostration to him, saying, Lord, this body is yours, all my Shakti is yours, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, these are all representatives, so I am putting it forever. Supposing I offer him, what do? I keep it before him. This I want to offer to you, and place it like this. So when we offer ourselves to God, we place before him us. That's what is called the Namaskara. So by doing Namaskara, you are surrendering yourself absolutely, Lord, I am nobody's, I am yours. Everything of mine is you. Even the Shakti which makes me speak, which makes me think, which makes me wag my little finger even, is all yours. Without you, I can't do anything. That's what we are doing. So this Namasmarana, what is its effect has been described in so many skandhas. Sixth skandha is called the Pushti skandha. Pushti means Anugraha. Grace, how does it come? How it comes on the lowest people. People who have never taken the Lord's name in their life, even on them it can come. It can come on Asuras. All of us are partly Asuras, partly Devas. Because in our, sometimes we are so generous. He calls various Ritviks. Ritviks are priests who are to chant. You cannot chant for your yaga. You have to call them. You cannot say, I will conduct the marriage of my son myself. You have to call priest. Unfortunately, you have to shell out some money also for it. For that, I can't help it. Then only you get the phala. So, he called the Ritviks and told them, this is the mantra you have to repeat. The mantra was, Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. The point is in Veda is science of sounds. And in the sound there are various inflections and accentuations, up, down, middle. Indra Shatrur, through has to go up, Vardhasva is middle. Indra, he goes down. So Indra goes down, his Shatru goes up. So that means Indra's Shatru, he says, let from this fire, let such an Asura come who will become the Shatru of Indra and kill him. But on the contrary, a slight mistake happened in pronouncing it. There is a separate Shastra how to pronounce Vedas. If you mispronounce even a little, instead of good, it can result, it can inflict the most dire calamities, remember. It's not all Nisala. The Vedas have got 6 Angas. One is Shiksha. Shiksha means politics. Not only one Udatta, there are so many things. Adyodatta, Antyodatta. Then there is double Udatta. There are so many methods. So one should learn. If only you do a simple mistake, even when you say there are so many, you will say, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No. You should tell the first 2 down, the third has to be up. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Because there are 3 types of listenings which are supposed to get extinguished. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika and Adi Devika. Deva is up, so the infection goes up to calling. The other 2 are earthly. So it has to be down. If you do the opposite, it will have double the miseries will come to you. So one has to be very careful. It cannot be done by anybody. That is why 14 years, 16 years people used to have Adhyayana of the Vedas. So in this case, what they did, instead of the inflection putting it on Shatru, Indra Shatru, it is called Antyodatta. The second one, Indra Shatru. So on Shatru you put the inflection, then Shatru becomes greater. What those fellows told was Indra Shatru Vardhasva. They put on Indra. So Indra became up, Shatru came down. With the result, he is going to get a person who will become the Shatru of Indra and Indra will kill him. See the result. Just the inflection of sound. And with the result, a big Asura came called Vrutrasura. When that Vrutrasura came, he was not aware that they have done the mistake. It's all the Maya of the Lord which hides the eyes of the people. Whatever is to happen will happen, whatever you may do. You can't help it. You go to 100 astrologers and know beforehand such a thing is to happen. You can't avoid it. You cannot avoid it because it is the prarabdha, it is a reaction of the actions you have done in the past work. The reaction is inbuilt in the action. So it doesn't come out from somewhere. It is there already. Supposing you have a gun, you shoot at somebody, the gun comes and hits you. You cannot say, I only want to shoot, should not hit me. It is already inbuilt in that action. That is what is happening. It is a scientific law called the Newton's third law of motion. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. That's how it happens. So, here the Vrutrasura comes up. He is called Vrutra because Vardhati Vrutra. He became so big, he was going up to the heavens. And then he asked, Father, why did you call me? Why did you invoke me out of this? What shall I do? He said, go and kill Indra. So he goes, he has got immense power. When they saw that such a giant is coming to lead them, all the asuras rallied under his command. They all came with him. He goes, the entire army is routed like anything. Indra is jittery. He rushes to Lord Narayana. Narayana, please help me. Whoever goes to Narayana when you are happy, when you are getting a very fat salary, when you are the general manager, you never think of the Lord. Only when arthritis catches you, when spondylosis catches you, when the first bypass operation takes place, you think of the Lord. God sends you so many reminders and warnings. The first reminder he gives by making your hair white. You think you are a clever. But God will die. See, God has been deceived. The kind of things he said to you. Finally you can never deceive the Lord. This is what happens. So, the Vritrasura, when he is so mighty and strong, Indra rushes to Narayana. Narayana says, his might cannot be equal by any of your weapons. You should get a weapon out of the tapasya, out of the austerity of some of the greatest of saints who have done tapasya for thousands of years, who are completely Brahmanishtas. So he suggests one Dadichi Maharaj. The place is there in the north. There is a Dadichi Kunda where all these things happen. It is about 40 kilometers from Naimisharanya. That place is there. So, he goes to Dadichi Maharaj, Indra and all the devatas go and praise him. Oh Maharaj, you are great, you are very generous, you will give everything we ask. Kindly give us your backbone because we have to prepare a new weapon out of it. The backbone contains all our chakras, from Mooladhara to Sahasrara. So all your spirituality is there. That is why when operation takes place, they give you a choice. Would you like a general anesthesia or shall I put some anesthesia on your backbone? Never allow anybody to touch your backbone as far as possible. The backbone is the backbone of your spirituality. The entire Kundalini Shakti comes through that only. So don't put any earthly obstacles over it. Then he willingly gives it because he is a Mahatma. A Mahatma is one who doesn't bother in the interest of the world. Because Rudrasura is likely to destroy the entire world. When the gods are gone back and men get all the things only from the devatas. Devan bhavetanina. When the thing comes, you do the sacrifice, they are happy, then they give you all the dhanyas, they give you all the rains and all that. So we are mutually pleasing each other. So if the gods are gone, we are gone. So, he takes that and asks his architect, Mr. Vishwakarma, let us also. He comes with the Vajra. We call it that lightning or something like that. It is called the thunder and lightning together. That is made as a weapon. That is what they call. It was highly powerful because of two reasons. Number one, it has the blessings and grace of Lord Narayana. Number two, it has the result of the entire tapasya over the greatest of monarchies called the Dadichi Maharaj. So, immediately he takes the Vajrayuda and goes to Rudrasura. They are both opposite to each other. Rudrasura says, oh, I am happy Indra, you are 3 in 1. Because you killed my brother. You killed your Guru. You killed your Brahmaha, Guruha, Ratrihacha. You are 3 in 1, just like the ice cream. So, I am not going to leave you. There is a very good battle, rages highly. Then suddenly he knows that now that he has got the Vajrayuda, I am going to die. He turns Indra. Suddenly what happens is, Indra's Vajrayuda falls down. So he is ashamed to take it. Because a good warrior doesn't take a weapon which has fallen down here to man. But then Rudrasura, even though he's an Asura, he is so generous. Oh Indra, don't bother, I won't hit you on the back. I'll hit you in the front, so you take it in your hand. Come on. And then he says, I know pretty well that you have got the Dadichi's entire tapasya behind you. You have got the grace of Lord Narayana behind you. I am going to die, but I am not afraid. I am not afraid. It is all the Lord's Leela. But if you don't mind, give me 10 minutes. Before I die in the battlefield, I want to pray to my Lord. He sits there in the battlefield. Who will do it? Even when you go to the office, you may even keep a note. Every 2 hours, think of God, you will forget about it. And here is a person who is waging such a big war, and he requests Indra, please wait for 10 minutes, let me just, in Vajrasana he sits and prays to the Lord. There are beautifully 6 slokas there. This is called the entire summary of the entire Bhagavata. Vallabhacharya was one of the greatest of Mahatmas who enunciated the Pushti Marga in Gujarat and other places. We have got some of his these things even in Madras and all that, some places where Vallabhacharya served 85 meters. He was a great man. The Mata he established called Shuddha where he says, yes, ultimate reality is one, and that is Lord Krishna. So call him anything. There is an ultimate and there is one reality. Call him Krishna, call him Rama, call him Vishnu, call him Shiva, call him Ganesha, call him Devi, call him Divine Mother, call him Sai. It's all one. There is no problem. So he prays to the Lord.